vegetarian dishes, low carb, very versatile. My wonderful husband Gil was my other inspiration for this dish, my main inspiration. He introduced me to it. And my whole inspiration for all this cooking is my son you saw earlier. Just trying to stay focused and quick. So we're going to take, this is a small one, so it's like $1.20 something a pound. This is about $3 for this whole thing. So we're going to put it in here, and I like to make it so I can get it in the same pot I'm cooking in. So if you want to get a big one, it's going to wind up being tilted. But believe me, this makes a lot, this small one. So I'm going to put some water in here. You know, just like when you're steaming vegetables, you put it in there and you put a little water in it. That's basically what we're doing, is steaming it. And I got to do this way because I can't do it in that little cardboard thing. So I'm going to take this. I don't know how you cut your saran wrap, but that's how I do it. So we just put it on there, a nice dish. So a big one's probably going to be 20 minutes. We're probably going to do this for about 12, 13. Depends if you like it soft or more. I don't have a guide for that, like do this per this, like with meat. You just kind of got to check it. So I'm going to do 12 minutes. But you know what? It's a vegetable. You're steaming it. If you want it soft, hard, it's up to you. And it's good, but we'll see. I'll show you a trick with it. You know, you can saute that stuff. You can use it like as a appetizer on a cracker. We're going to make spaghetti squash lasagna, one pot. Now, we're going to, that's the start of that meal. Oh, my bread. Looks pretty good, huh, Chris?
Yes.
So let that sit, and then I'm going to put some butter on that. We already put a little bit of garlic powder and olive oil. I could eat that right now. It smells good. So now we're going to start one of our other dishes. And you can have these two together because one's pretty light. So I got a big pot. It's been used a lot. It's a little warped. I'm going to put this on medium heat. And here's our ingredients. I got dollar coupons off of these. So this is some fresh pasta. It's not cheap, but it's worth it. Pine nuts. So this is more one of my expensive dishes, but a lot of the stuff is on sale, you know, and you get the store brand. And then I usually buy the fresh tomato basil bisque, but this is just zesty tomato bisque soup, which I've never used, but I have fresh basil, so I'm going to put fresh basil instead of using that. And then some olive oil and one more ingredient, about half a cup of peas. So I got the small one, and that's it. So we're going to let this get hot for a second, and then we'll start. I'm going to put my guy up over here, and then here's the basil I have in my beautiful basil plant over here. I don't know if you can see that. That was from Alice. Thanks, Alice. I'll have that instead of a bouquet of flowers, right, Chris?
Right.
It doesn't die as easy. Oh, we got the spoon here. And then I'm going to chop this up while that's heating. And you could just roll it, and then, like a cigar. A basil cigar. I wonder how that would taste. Do a little chop. Nice and pretty. You smell that? You smell that? Basil from there, or no?
No.
You don't? Do you like basil?
Yes.
It's an herb. So I'm leaving the oven on. This is hot. I'm going to put some, you know, whenever you saute something like a tablespoon, just cover the pan. So what I'm going to do is a knife, cut these open. I got mushroom, and I usually get chicken and cheese, but they didn't have chicken. So you could use the chicken ones for the fresh pasta, and then some either spinach or just regular cheese or just chicken, whatever you want to do. If you're making a little bit, maybe get 2 of these. I would get 2. One is not even worth your time to even cook. I would either get 1 big one, 2 small ones, but there were supposed to be a couple more people coming tonight, but this won't go to waste, right, Chris?
Nope.
You can even add some garlic in here. Do you want me to add some garlic? Are you okay with, are you a garlic fiend, or you could be whatever?
I'm okay.
Okay. So I'm just gonna pour these in here. Big pot, because we gotta reduce some of this soup. So I'm gonna put the small ones in first, and let me get my little saute spoon. So here's the recipe. It's tomato and tortellini, TNT, which is tomato and tortellini. And people go, well, I can do that at home. Okay, but it's a 1-pot meal, and I'm showing you how to make it, and it tastes really good. Like, I've had people that would eat very prim and proper, lick their plates after this. I'm not trying to build myself up. I'm just saying it's an easy dish. So we're gonna saute these. Maybe turn it up just a little. It's a big pan. So you want to saute these and just soften them up, and then we're going to finish cooking them in the tomato sauce. So it's kind of like when you have to get another pot, boil the pasta, put it into the sauce, and you get in 2 pots. This is condensing it to 1. So we're just tweaking it a little bit, and then we're making like a different sauce too. We're not making a regular tomato sauce, which you could use. And I'm actually going to use a little bit of regular sauce in here, just to give it some zing. So we're doing that, softening them up because they're still pretty soft, but it's almost like fresh pasta is a little thicker than dry pasta. So you kind of got to soften it. Do you like mushroom?
Yes.
Ooh, good call for Nancy. So we got some big ones in there. That looks pretty cool. That looks cool, huh? You get a couple small ones and a big one. Yummy. Okay. Now this says not to add water. So I'm just going to keep stirring it. And then, you know, this is pretty easy. I like these pop opens. They should put that on tuna. I haven't seen them on tuna, the pop open cans. Have you?
Nope.
Now this is a little thinner than what I'm used to, and it says not to add water, but we're making it a sauce. Smell that. It smells like a pasta sauce.
Yeah.
A little bit, huh? But it has to be a bisque. If you use soup, it doesn't work. It has to have a thicker texture to it. Sauce, so you're either going to use a pasta sauce or a bisque soup. But make a tomato. You do some crazy like New England clam chowder bisque and tortellini, don't blame me. So sometimes I'll just brown these and let them get brown. They're starting to get a little brown. And a little bit softer. So that's a couple minutes. So now we're going to add this sauce. Does that sound good?
Yep.
And you know, with sauce, it's funny because I've watched a lot of cooking shows, of course, and they said that Americans drown their pasta. Like, it's just supposed to be lightly tossed and lightly coated. That's what Italians say. So this kind of coats it, and cooks the pasta at the same time. Okay. And just to get some basil in there, I'm going to add a little bit of this, and I'm going to save some for the end. That smells good. And I'm just going to put a tiny bit of salt and pepper because we're putting soup in there that has salt in it. We're putting Parmesan cheese at the end. And that's salty to me. And then this stuff, you know, was made with sodium. If you like a lot of salt, go for it. But, you know, people with heart conditions, that much salt can put them in the hospital. Not good. How's that looking, Chris?
Looks great.
Yeah. Does it smell good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?